Standard 9, Political Science, Chapter number 6, International Problems. Till the last chapter, we studied the sovereign states in the international system, India's foreign policy, and India's defense system. We also studied the objectives of the United Nations. Now, in this chapter, we are going to study some important international problems. Some problems are not restricted to any one country. They affect many countries and eventually all the countries of the world. These problems that affect the whole world are called international problems. This is a 1-mark question, definition of international problems. This statement will be the answer for 1 mark. In order to solve these international problems, all nations need to make joint efforts. In this chapter, we shall therefore study problems related to human rights, environment, and terrorism. Even the questions of refugees are now assuming global proportions. Therefore, we shall consider this issue as well. If a 1-mark question is asked, which are the international problems? These 4 will be the answer. You can mark them up. Moving ahead to human rights. The concept of human rights has emerged from the concept of natural rights. Natural rights are those rights that we are endowed with because we are born as human beings. In the same vein, that is, similarly, human rights are those rights that are necessary for living as a human being and as a constituent of a society, as a part of a society. The American and the French revolutions proclaimed liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice as human rights. The idea that in order to realize these rights, a democratic form of government is essential was strengthened. After that, several European nations adopted democratic constitutions and governments. Many European nations started following democracy. This brought limits on the authority of the state, on the rights of the state. The main responsibility of the state came to be understood to be the protection of citizens' rights. So the main part is the citizens' rights. That should be the responsibility of the country. Rise of the concept of human rights in international relations. How did this happen? After the United Nations was established, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was prepared. It was adopted in the United Nations General Assembly by a majority vote on the 10th of December 1948. Later, in 1966, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, that is the ICCPR, and the Internal Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, ICESCR. These 2 covenants are a part of international law. Member nations of the United Nations are bound to observe them. All the countries which are members of the United Nations, they have to observe these 2 covenants. The question of human rights was raised in the United Nations General Assembly on several occasions during the Cold War period. Cold War means it's not an active war, but it's an internal war. It's a silent war. Countries don't cooperate with each other during Cold War. Racial segregation in Africa was said to be against human rights, and hence it was decided to boycott the regime there. This is the main reason why South Africa was not allowed to play any cricket in any form throughout the world because of human rights issues and racism. Freedom for colonies and insistence on the democratic system could be cited as examples of the same. In modern times, problems like struggle against racism, border disputes, terrorism are jeopardizing human rights on a large scale. Jeopardizing means threatening. Apart from this, the concept of human rights has broadened due to several issues of global nature like contagious diseases, the threat to the environment, natural diseases, etc. Human rights today also include goals like the protection of the environment and sustainable development. Development which we can sustain, which we can carry forward.